Heavy Riffs episode 10. 10 fucking episode. I got Tucker.
What's
I
up?
got fucking Capt Ron.
What's
Bass
going on?
player extraordinaire. Fucking slide master. Absolute savage. What's going on, boys?
Fucking not much, man.
Fucking up
Thanks
here
for having
doing
us
it.
out.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. You guys
First time I've ever been on a podcast of any kind. Well, I guess
It's the first time we've had guests.
Yeah, dude. Happy to be the first guest. Man.
all
Yeah.
100 people watching on YouTube are gonna be like, "Oh shit, dude, they're moving on up."
Yeah, dude. You got people in matching jerseys now. Shit, it's fucking sweet.
Yeah, no, you can't beat that. You know, I came home from work. Tuck said, I'm going up to meet Tyler to do a podcast. I said, shit. Like, you got an extra spot up there.
You ain't got no room up here, boy.
Nah. It's a two-man show.
Yeah, Tuck hit me up. He was like, "You mind if Capt Ron comes?" And I was like, "Not at all, dude." All right, she's gonna get a little rambunctious. Well, you were like, we got matching jerseys on, and I knew what you were talking about because you rocked those the other night on your birthday.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So shout out to the Mermen,
Myrtle
Kenny
Beach
fucking
Mermen.
Powers.
Yep. Kenny fucking Powers, represent.
Kenny Powers is an absolute
You can
savage.
get that Danny McBride money.
Yeah.
Danny McBride, sponsor this shit, buddy.
What's he been doing?
Sponsoring us.
I don't know what any actors have been doing.
Did he-
I don't even know him, obviously.
Well, yeah, but did he fall off?
No, he's. I'm sure he's just taking it easy. I don't think anyone's really doing anything right now.
Well, for sure. But
Except us, obviously. And goddamn.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're the only
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
The only people left on the planet.
Well,
is actually
I
from-
mean, Joe Rogan just got fucking what's the word? Censored.
Right. So obviously we're
Censored.
the next in line.
We're the next boys to be censored, or the next boys?
No,
To, like,
no.
come
We're gonna
up.
take
Oh,
his,
yeah,
take
yeah,
his
I see what
spot.
you're
You are, of course. I mean, I'm just,
yeah.
a guest, of course.
Tag
You know.
along, but you got matching jersey. That shit's dope.
Right. No, it doesn't suck. You know, it's
Dude, he got censored.
So all of his Spotify shit came out today,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't upload certain episodes. They didn't upload Alex.
They just just some were missing.
Outward thinking people. So people are saying that he got censored because they can't listen to Alex Jones on it. People are saying he got censored that they can't listen to certain episodes of Joey Diaz. But like I was telling you in the car ride up here, I mean, there's 1,500 plus episodes.
Yeah, it's all still on YouTube. I mean, it's not like it's
until
gone.
December.
Oh, they're taking it down.
Yeah, it's exclusive.
Well, all the old shit would be.
No. I mean, like people, like if you and I ripped a couple clips off of it and then uploaded it to YouTube, then yeah, it'll be there. But like the Joe Rogan channel supposedly is disappeared. Like that's part of the deal.
Ah, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what happens when you get 100 mil.
Well, I mean,
What?
yeah, that's the thing. He doesn't care. I mean, God knows how much money he's getting, so it doesn't matter to him. You know, but they gotta get all of them up. Or, I mean, I'm sure he has a website where they're probably.
He's got JoeRoganPodcast.net, which probably would still be there. I don't know. If you sign $100 million+ deal, there has to be some sort of stipulation.
Yeah.
Unless he's like the king at writing up business contracts,
But
which he
well,
fucking
I
might
mean,
be.
No, he's not. He has lawyers do that shit for him.
how do you know that, Tuck?
How do you know that?
Yeah, dude. He talks about like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I don't know. I don't
he
see
does.
Joe Rogan writing up contracts. You know.
I don't know, man. He smokes a lot of DMT.
I don't know if that helps write contracts.
No,
Probably does.
man.
I don't know.
That probably doesn't.
You'll have to let me know that one, bud.
Either.
Because I don't know.
He's getting like infinite beans wisdom, man.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Hey, man.
the
Yeah.
alien elves
that's
are
true.
like
The
he's
space
going and
elves.
consulting with them.
They're like,
He's got them
Joe.
on retainer.
They call him Joseph. They put him in his place. They call him by his full name. They're like, Joseph, you can get more money.
What's his middle name? Like, just do it like his parents. Like, Joseph Jeffrey Rogan.
What is his middle name?
I don't know.
You want me to search it?
Why not? Fire it up. Let's find out. We're here. This is a research project.
Yeah.
Doing a deep dive on Joe Rogan, finding out his middle name.
You gotta talk to him doing this.
Well, I mean, that's what the magic of editing, bud.
Yeah, but I don't feel like editing that much.
Yeah, fair enough.
Man, just think.
I immediately went to YouTube.
Just reflex.
Didn't even hit Google. I
Just see if you can pull it up on YouTube. See if there.
I hope it's like Clancy or something.
Oh my God, that would be incredible.
James.
James.
Joseph James.
I was close. I had the J.
Joseph James. I wanted it to be like Bogan.
Bogan Rogan, man.
Joseph Bogan Rogan.
Dude, if I ever meet him, I'm just gonna call him JJ.
Does this bad
JJ.
boy squat anymore?
What's that? Is that the drum throne?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
See the boy on down
I'm
there.
feeling tall, you know.
Ron's a slide player. Does probably never sat on a drum
If you-
throne.
well, no, it's not like an
I've
office
been feeling
chair.
around.
It's
I'm-
not.
you
Ron,
know, I
it's not
can't-
like an office chair. You got to look underneath it.
Yeah, we do not make it comfortable here on the Heavy Riffs
No.
Podcast.
You
We're
really
in like
keep
a
going. I'm sitting on a 2x10.
2x10. I'm sitting on an office chair in a rehearsal space, which is never like why do we have an office chair here? And it's
you
no
never-
less than
you never
90
know, you might need
degrees.
it.
It's no less than 90 degrees in here.
It says 60 on the.
Yeah, but that shit is broken.
I can tell.
Give it a you got to do it while you sit on it.
Well, you got to loosen the thing
Loosen
so
that
it
little-
can drop.
Yeah, but it needs weight to drop, I think.
No.
Or the legs need to like.
Or is it this bad boy?
It's that. Yeah.
So you gotta fucking
Stop. Yeah.
I don't know. Tom sits on it with his big ass.
See if you can pull it off.
You might just have to be super high, dude.
Yeah. Oh wait, I see. There you go.
Oh,
that.
dude, Ron's a scientist. No.
think it's
Yeah,
working.
it's going
It's
down.
going.
Oh shit, it is.
It's going down. Ron's a scientist.
Oh my god.
You've graduated.
Woo.
You've graduated from captain to scientist.
I don't
Professor
think Ron's ever
Ron.
graduated from anything.
Professor Ron.
First time I graduated, man.
Pretty sweet, bud. Congrats.
Did you not graduate from high school?
No,
Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, that's tight.
barely.
You don't need that fucking state education to make something of yourself,
No,
man.
you
Nah,
don't.
man.
No, man. That's just that's,
They don't
you
teach
know,
you
that's
anything
bullshit,
anyways.
man.
You just need a boat, a 24-pack of Yangling, some
Yeah.
Bachelorette
babes.
party.
Yes.
So where'd you get the nickname Captain Ron?
Well, when I met all them boys at, like in Burwood or whatever, then I was the first time I met like Ryan and Russ. I came up to the pub by boat, and just everywhere we would go, we'd play gigs, and I'd meet them by boat because I didn't have a license.
Oh shit! So no license, just rolling up on boats to hang out with
Yeah.
the boys.
Yeah.
That's psychedelic.
So that's where,
dude.
and then I was, doing all the I work on the water, so obviously, So that's where that came from.
Captain Ron.
Yeah.
Now prior to meeting all them, did anyone call you Captain Ron?
No.
No. So they
No.
were just like,
They coined it.
oh,
for sure.
tight. Those boys are good at that shit.
Yeah. I do remember the best one. It was like the winter, like real cold, like 3 years ago, and the whole South River was frozen up all the way out to the mouth of the river. It's like 6 miles back to where the pub is by water.
Yeah.
We had a gig back there, and I was coming from Tillman Island, and I hit ice at the mouth of the river
Sketchy.
in my skiff. You know, I mean,
Sketchy.
it's not that, but I had all my
I'd be
gear.
freaked
I had all my gear with me too because I was going to a gig.
Oh,
at,
like,
at
oh,
the pub.
Oh, Jesus.
And I had
That's
to,
rock and roll.
I had to fucking break ice the whole fucking way through the river. It took me like an hour and a half to get 6 miles.
Yeah.
And just like, what you do is like you come up and you get up on top of it if it's thick. If it's skim ice, you just kind of roll right through it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Fucking cheese grater, in
yeah,
that boy.
yeah. But if it's starting to get thick, you have 6
you
inches.
hitting it with the Les Paul, like
You got
I
6 inches.
didn't take the PRS to it.
didn't disrespect
not.
the PRS.
Didn't-
I like
didn't-
it. I like it.
I mean, it was already suffering enough disrespect just getting over there.
Yeah.
And then but what you do is you get up on top, you floor it, you get in, you hit it, and it won't let you go any farther, so you reverse, and then you floor it, and then you get up on top of it, and the weight of the boat breaks the ice. And you just keep doing that over and over and over
Just
again.
like
Jesus.
just beaching the boat on
Yeah,
ice.
on
just
ice,
over
and then
oh
it-
my God.
Did your boat take a beating, or is it like built for that?
I mean, yeah, it's fine.
another
It's gotta
day.
scratch
Little
it
bit
up.
of-
It'll scratch it up a little
Yeah,
bit, but I imagine
the
that
gel coat might take a little bit of a beating.
you can
on
always
it.
just redo
but-
that.
Yeah.
Just hit it with some Flex Seal. It's good to go.
Yeah. It wasn't the first time the boat's been through ice, I'll say that. Yeah.
Did you make it to the gig?
I
all
did
right
make it
then?
to the gig barely on time.
You weren't even late.
Wasn't even late.
Damn, that's some professional
Yeah.
shit, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It's a captain.
That's right.
Captain Ron.
That's right.
Russ was just like, Captain Ron. Just right then, dude.
Saunter up
Like my
fucking
boy.
London Town Road with the
Jesus.
amp and guitar and
So the pub's gone now. It didn't make it through the
the
coronavirus.
dude that like owns a lot of Deal, like Weaver yacht sales and shit like that, and he owns a bunch of businesses down there. He bought it,
Oh.
which could be good, could be bad. We'll see.
Did you ever go to Eptide?
Yeah.
So that's like the dark horse now.
Yeah, don't they? Yeah.
I haven't been, but
I heard they have like a whole hot dog menu or something.
it's
like
that it's a hot dog restaurant.
It's,
So I was
it's
like,
all hot. It's just all.
it's
hot
just
dogs?
hot dogs, and I mean they got like
God.
sandwiches and shit.
Well, I think we know where the next Boys Eating Boys is going.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And then we're
So-
just gonna pull out one Pips dog and be like, Pips.
exactly. But yeah, I was so confused with the name change to Dark Horse. I was like, yo, like,
that's a lot.
they trafficking fucking
like-
children out of that shit, dude, or just selling like real good China White heroin, like
I don't know.
Maybe.
It's former. Nah, if it's Eptide, it's all cocaine.
all cocaine.
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, oh, you gave me a look that was like, dude, you're saying too much. You're exposing, you're exposing the boys.
Buddy.
That's my boy.
What do you think Wayfair's actually doing? Wayfair and Dark Horse are the same company.
What happened? I didn't research that enough. What happened with the Wayfair? thing?
I don't know the whole. I only have like a surface thing of it, but it was like
That's all we need here. We don't do research, dude.
Yeah, no, what was it? Documentary? Zero facts.
No facts.
Yeah, but so it was like people started noticing on I don't know Facebook or something that all the Wayfair ads were these cabinets for like $10,000, and it's like IKEA type shit. It's like you would never pay this much, and then they started noticing that there were like names next to each of them,
Like
and like
human names.
but someone I guess had a lot of time and started running those names against like missing persons databases or something like that.
Shit.
Oh my
And they
God.
synced up.
You know, dude, that's not some that's like
Yeah,
you gotta
Tucker's
listen to
done
that
research.
shit.
Listen to
Yeah,
that.
I
He's
saw
our
like
res-
I saw like one video on it.
that's all you need sometimes.
I mean, but
I
that
mean,
was like
what was the 9/11 video? Loose Change. I only saw that once, and
I
I
don't
was
think I've
full
ever
blown.
seen that.
You've never seen Loose
No, I've
Change?
never seen that.
After that, I was full blown.
You still believe in
conspiracy.
change?
Yeah, you still believe in change, dude? It's tremendous.
You're lost.
Yeah. Nice.
So sorry to cut you off. What happened with the children, with the names in the database?
Well, you know what happened from there.
It was that was all I saw. It was like syncing up, and I mean I'm sure Wayfair came out at some point and was like, no, this is all bullshit. It's
Well,
you
the
know,
idea of that even just existing at all is kind of
it's
ridiculous.
probably like
It's
some
amazing.
algorithm glitch. Fucking.
But in this day and age, it's not that far fetched, dude.
I know it's one of those things where
Could you
it's like
imagine?
I don't know, if it's too good to be true, if it's too absurd to be true, it probably isn't true. Like, although maybe the opposite is true now, where if it's too absurd to be true, that's exactly what it is.
Hiding in plain sight.
I mean, that is totally a thing.
Yeah.
My God.
Well, let's buy.
But supposedly the idea was that you would order the cabinet and like the kid would be in a box.
I
and,
saw
like,
the memes, and I was like, "What's going?" Like,
yeah,
this
I
one's
mean,
too
maybe I'm
far.
like
Yeah.
combining memes in this video at this
No,
point.
that's
but, like,
that's the gist of it. I'm pretty. My dad tried to explain it to me. My dad's getting into conspiracy theories
Oh,
now,
tight.
and I'm just like, God damn it, dude! I'm
like, I don't know even know what's going on. Like,
well,
what
no,
is
man,
happening?
he spent my whole adolescence yelling at me about never believe everything you see on the internet. And I was
But
like,
now
well, I
he's
get it,
just-
but I just
Dude,
like
it's on the
he's
internet. It's true.
Feeding you memes like that.
Yeah,
it's
he's like,
this
"Did you-
is what's happening.
Do you hear about the Wayfair thing? And I was like, no, Dad, enlighten me.
Oh my God.
Well, because I was like freaking out about
Was this like after his steak and red wine dinner?
always.
Hey,
It was prior to
So
it. That's
he's just
probably
like,
why.
he's just like tripping off red wine.
Just tryptophan's
Just,
flowing through the blood. I remember when I got into the what's the dentist shit that they put in the water?
Fluoride.
Fluoride. I got deep into the fluoride.
Oh, with like
conspiracy.
the what's it?
what
like
is
the,
that? I've never
Deep.
even heard of
Oh,
that.
dude, it's nuts.
What's it?
Yeah.
The hypothalamus or whatever.
Yes, so
is it that one?
there's this conspiracy. So they put fluoride into the water system, and they were like, "Oh, it's to keep everybody's teeth clean for like lower income areas that can't have access to dental care, and all this and all this and all that."
This sounds good.
And all these fucking people started doing research about what fluoride is, and it's created by the company that makes Agent Orange, like Monsanto. So
Yeah, but they make so much shit.
well, exactly. But so then people were like, and they dig a little deeper. They're like, Monsanto, fucking napalm, like what's going on? So they started doing research on fluoride, and they claim these conspiracy
Yeah,
theorists.
yeah.
They claim that it calcifies your pineal gland.
Yeah, pineal gland. Yeah.
Is it pineal?
It's that one, the pineal, yeah.
Pineal gland. So it calcifies your third eye, so it keeps everybody fucking mundane and dumb, and that's why like society has never raised up.
It's like they say
taking
it's
control.
Like, it's like when you're a kid, your pineal gland is like super active or whatever, and like that's why you have an imagination as a kid, and then you drink the fluoride water and it kills your imagination. You just become a cog or something.
Well, because
like
it's not like pure water, because it's laced with fucking fluoride.
Yeah.
So and they started loading it into the water supply to keep society just like dumbed down, so that we'd never reach our full potential, which these people are claiming is just full on telepathy.
You don't need fluoride to do that, but
yeah,
I'll do that on my own.
Yeah,
don't
just
worry.
give me some beers and a fucking pack of smokes and
drugs
I'm gone.
Yeah, you think they need fluoride to do that? They already invented Yingling. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah, they invented Yingling in 1870.
So me at 17, I'm watching this and I'm like,
Shit.
Dad, you gotta stop drinking the water. And he's like, oh my God, dude, what are you talking about?
Tyler, there's a Poland Spring in the garage.
So now
Yeah.
he's like, dude, you hear about Wayfair? And I'm like, Dad, you gotta
You gotta stop.
Yeah, it's all he's a smart dude. He does it. It's just funny that he's like now so invested in smartphones and shit like that that he
Yeah.
has access to that shit.
Yeah.
That it's just like oh, you're seeing everything.
Now you're.
My
yeah.
mom's like, what's up with all the pronouns? And I'm like, Mom, don't even get me started. It's
Oh, no.
I'm like, guys, that's why.
Well, you mean like the transgender?
The transgender
Oh my
shit.
God.
Well, because she works at a school, so she's got to like
Yeah.
follow it, and she's always like, I don't know what to do, and I'm like, it's fine, you don't have to worry about it. Like, just do the thing. But I was going somewhere with that. Oh, that's why I think that there needs to be some sort of aptitude test to have access to the internet, and that's not like a new idea. Like people have talked about that before.
No, if it's a public, I mean, there already kind of is, and it's money. You have to be able to afford the internet.
Yeah, but you can
No,
walk into
yeah, you can walk into a library and fucking get the internet.
Verizon's got 25
yeah, true,
megabit
that's
for
right.
$9.95 a month.
Yeah.
Like
Alright, well,
everyone's got $10.
clearly
dude.
Tuck shouldn't
Alright,
be able to have the
moneybags.
internet.
Yeah, take the test. I'm Ron.
What kind
Ron and I are writing the
what,
test.
What
up.
are the questions on the
I
test?
have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm not
Like,
smart
what-
enough
what
to
We're not
make
going to give
the
you the
test.
answers because you're
Is
likely
it-
to fail.
I'm not smart enough to write a test.
Is it like a psych evaluation? Like you have to be
I think it would
or
be
some sort of critical thinking
a bunch
test
of
where you can
layman
dis-
term
You can
shit.
suss out bullshit.
yeah, like okay, yeah, like a visual test, like which meme is real.
Well, that's just a true-false thing.
That's all it has to be. That's how simple
God.
it can be to fucking
I
eliminate.
think it would just be like one question: Are memes news? And if you answer yes, you're blocked off.
That's not a bad point.
That's the test.
Or he might be back
One
in.
question.
That's
It's
the
pretty
test.
simple.
That's the fucking test. That's amazing.
There it is. Solved
Solved
it all.
Our memes.
We'll set that webpage
We gotta
up.
change the answer key sometimes, though.
It's
Sometimes it's yes.
Scantron?
So you can't just walk up and be like, no.
Yeah.
Can't memorize the eye chart at the
Yeah.
doctor's office. you know?
Sometimes the answer is yes. That's awesome. No, but there's some truth in that because now on Facebook, at least, just Facebook, not Twitter, not Instagram, not fucking TikTok, YouTube, whatever, just Facebook. There's all these old motherfuckers, like old people.
Yeah,
Ready to
dude, there's
die.
a whole subreddit devoted insane people of Facebook.
Yeah.
And it's just old people taking any meme they see from the pages that they follow. So it's already confirmation bias. And then
Yeah.
these pages pump out these memes based on absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
And then they share it to all their friends,
Nothing.
your grandma with the fucking 8-pixel photo from 1994 as her
Yeah.
profile picture, and she takes it
Well,
seriously.
Zuckerberg figured out how to he figured out how to keep all of us, the millennials, and all of like Gen X and the fucking Zoomers, which is Gen Z.
Did he though?
He figured out how to keep us on that platform. But then something changed within the last couple of years where he's figured out how to keep the boomers and the boomers plus. Like, what's beyond boomers?
Well, that would be like the greatest generation.
Like my
Or
grandma.
the silent
The great generation.
I don't know.
Silent generation?
Yeah,
Just
well,
like
no.
Charlie, like silent movies, Charlie
Well,
Chaplin.
yeah, I
and
think
shit?
that's where that comes from.
That's all. I don't know. I
I
At
don't
this
know.
point.
I don't know.
But yeah, I think that's like early 20th century.
But I don't know,
right after
he's
World War I or
figured
something.
he's figured out how to keep like the whole planet on his platform, and they just keep feeding people ads and feeding people
Dude,
ads.
well, that's the thing. It's like it's a tool for almost whatever you need, whatever you want it to be. Like I know you use it for the messenger, Like that's how you communicate with most people. I'm sure there are.
Do you do that more than text?
Generally because my phone tends to
Suck.
have issues.
Gotcha.
Dropping in the water doesn't work
He's
very
on the-
well
he's-
at the bottom
he's
of
on
the
water.
bay.
You're losing phones on boats.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I mean, there's now they've got Facebook Marketplace on there. It's taken over. What was it? Craigslist. Like Craigslist. I don't know how much longer they can last. But they're like
On a local level, I think Craigslist, even with Marketplace, I still think Craigslist,
Probably.
because you could still sell sexual favors on Craigslist. You can still get your dang leg.
You ever taking a
don't
dip?
know.
You ever taken a dip on the
Yeah,
old
you ever-
Craigslist?
Back page for sure.
Yeah. Did,
Not-
did you?
Oh, well, I never like physically got.
You
but
didn't?
But I've got on my
Have
phone.
have you like?
I've messaged. I have
God.
fucking called and talked and been like,
Yeah.
"This is too much." I was like, "Where am I going
Yeah.
with this?" Like, no.
Oh,
all right, I gotta go shave my facial hair and fucking move to a different
Yeah.
state now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you better watch out, boy, because I met up with a couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Oh
yeah.
shit! What was that?
It wasn't
Like?
that bad. It was just in and out, you know.
In and
What are you
out.
gonna-
But they
The
shut
old
that shit
in and
down.
They did. They shut it down a couple years ago.
I had a
Yeah.
buddy, one of my best friends, Tyler. Did you ever meet Tyler? Tyler J.
Don't know.
I lived with him at Newman. You might have met him. He,
Met a lot of people.
rest in peace. He died a couple years ago, but it was
Okay.
involved in some crazy back page shit, where he was like, and this is his dad's like posted it on Facebook, so this he kind of brought it into the public sphere, so it's not like I'm exposing anybody right now. But and I mean, it is just three of us in a room. No one
Yeah.
this potentially could never go anywhere. But
Fix it in post.
but he got involved with he bought like some crazy drugs off of Backpage from like the guy that started it. I don't know the dude's like I'll fucking Google it, but like the guy who started Backpage, and he bought like drugs off of it from him and it ended up ODing on him. I think it was like dope laced with fentanyl or some shit.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That'll get you.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Because fentanyl will get you every fucking time.
Every time.
It only
This
takes like
much.
a grain of sand.
Like the
Yeah.
smallest amount is
Yeah.
nuts. When we were kids, not kids, but
What's
like
the point of even making a drug like that? Like, do you just
cancer patients.
Yeah, but it's just like you have to dilute it so fucking. Is it like more cost effective or something?
I don't know. I mean, it's Joe
don't
Rogan
make
had
heroin.
the creator of it on his podcast. I never
yeah.
watched it.
The creator of fentanyl.
Yeah, like the scientist, one of the team members that came. It was like it's like a legitimate
They
medical
actually
drug.
have a merit for it. Like
Yes,
they-
yeah.
Yeah, it's an
Dude.
it's an opioid, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
When my buddy John's mom was dying in hospice care, like in their house, she had like fucking like IV packets of fentanyl, and then they had like mouth tablets too. 'Cause she was in so much pain. It was the only thing, and it like you could like notice the relief on her face.
Yeah.
I mean, it's for dying, like
yeah.
Yeah, it's
painfully
like you're
dying
on the way
people.
out. Like
And-
we're just gonna
Right.
we're just gonna lube the transition here.
Exactly. That's all it is, and that's what people are doing with fucking MDMA and LSD now to like
Oh, yeah.
kind of help the passing. Cause
What was Aldous Huxley took like 10,000 micrograms on his deathbed or something like that?
probably
Yeah, like he had his
Aldous
wife-
Huxley or Owsley,
Aldous Huxley.
like
The
the
guy-
guy that wrote Brave New World.
Yeah. Fucking. I think I read something. This was like years ago. I think he said he had his wife inject him with 10,000 micrograms
Liquid.
intravenously,
Holy
and just like
shit.
woof, and then just
liquid,
gone.
dude.
Just die.
Oh
That's
my
aggressive.
God.
Die on that.
Just
What a note.
overload on
What a
DMT. Just
note.
like I see the
No
angels.
LSD.
Yeah.
I know, but I mean,
Oh yeah, same thing.
it
yeah,
produces the
same effect.
DMT
Yeah.
in your brain.
But
and
yeah,
shit.
God.
My dad's always said that, like, once, he never does hard drugs now, but like, he's like, once I get to like 80, it's like, fuck it, like, shoot me
Let's
up
go.
with fucking
Yeah.
everything you got.
Fuck
Like,
it. What else do
I
you
don't
have
want
to
to be
do?
that old.
What else
Like,
do you-
I just want to fucking be happy while I'm dying.
Well, my grandfather
Yeah.
passed away a couple months ago at the beginning of this Corona shit.
Yeah.
And he we went to clean out his apartment, and homie had like 4 different wine subscriptions. Like you can like subscribe to wine
no,
and get like 20 bottles a month from each of these places. He had like 95 bottles of wine in his apartment.
Yeah.
Like,
Lord.
like
Just
drinking.
chilling?
No, like some of them
Like they're-
open, some of them full, obviously, like some of them not open. But I was like, damn, bro, like getting
Get it.
after it,
Yeah.
dude.
You
Well,
know?
you might as well, man.
Well,
you
we
know?
had, like my dad and I would joke, would be like, Ray, like you're fucking 87. You should start doing some heroin, man. And he was just, he'd laugh it off. I don't know where like an 87-year-old dude would find dope. Like,
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, if you could find it for him, like, would that even really be that?
I don't think it would be that bad. I don't know if I'd put myself in that position.
No, I'd be like, Grandpa, I'm not buying you fucking heroin.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, my dad's already told me that. That's what he like is.
He expects of
if
you?
he asked me when he's that age, I mean, I don't know if I could find it.
Well, that's why we need to legalize all drugs so that us as sons can buy our father's heroin on their deathbed.
put
dude.
down your parents.
Dude.
Okay, give me a high five, man.
Fuck
Come on.
yeah, that's why we legalize fucking drugs.
That's,
you gotta,
that's
like,
it right there,
listen,
man.
you can
Whoa!
You can put down. You
Now
can
we're
put
on
down
to
your
something.
We
cat.
are
Here.
the next
We're
fucking
on
Joe
to
Rogan,
something
dude. Yes, dude, we're figuring it out.
You can put down your cat. Why can't you put down your mom?
Exactly.
Same thing.
Just load that bitch up with
Well,
ketamine, dude.
take it too far, but
Damn, we just had a fucking epiphany.
yeah, man. No, but I mean, yeah, that's.
Well,
I
dude,
mean,
all this assisted
that's just common
suicide shit.
sense, really.
I've always been in favor of that.
Euthanasia,
yeah.
Dr. Death.
Dude, Kevorkian, all that shit.
Kevorkian,
Fuck
yeah,
yeah. That's,
man.
like, you should be able to go out on your own terms. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Totally agree, man. The
Yeah,
only
man,
people that
watching fucking loved ones die when they're in like bad shape at the end.
It's
like,
awful.
miserable.
It's awful.
when my pop died 5 or 6 years ago, man, like he was on his deathbed. Everyone was surrounding him, but he was like, I can't fucking breathe. It's time to go.
Yeah,
Loaded him up with morphine, and he went peacefully.
exactly.
It would have been
man.
miserable
It's
to
the
like
sa-
keep
it's the
him
same
alive.
thing.
Thing.
Yeah.
But
Same
for
fucking
some
thing.
reason, you have to just prop them up as long as you can on.
It's
It's the fucking
religion.
government, man.
I think it's just religion.
Well, it's this false morality where it's
We live in a society where
it's like a living death. It's worse for them
Right.
to be alive almost after a certain point.
It is.
It is.
But the government won't let you fucking just.
Well, look at
you
our
know,
superheroes.
No,
It's
you
not
can
even the
with
government.
power of attorney. You can have like a DNR and stuff like that, but you have to go into that state.
Exactly.
But-
you
yes.
shouldn't
But
have
doctor,
to go into
but,
that
but
state.
like
you should just be
like
able
our health
to,
system is
to
almost
just do that
at this
I mean,
point, just
Why?
like, I feel like it's
they're
geared.
suffering that whole time while that's going through the process. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
Well, I feel like our health system is almost kind of just like geared towards keeping these people alive that have no business. Like they couldn't possibly survive on their own. It's like it's just not good. Like it can't be good for them in a mental space unless they're like just not even there. You know, they don't care. But at that point, what kind of life even is that? You're a house plant.
right.
Yeah,
Do you want to be hanging around just
you're
like
sticking around? It's basically
having
your
people-
family's
having
selfishness.
people change
keeping
out
you
your
around.
catheter?
Yeah.
It's
You know,
your
wipe
fucking
shit off your ass.
It's your
Like,
crazy aunt. Like, no,
Yeah,
I'm not
like-
ready to say bye to daddy. And it's like it's just that.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
but we
Yep.
live in a society where what's our favorite superhero? Superman. What is Superman? He's fucking invincible. He doesn't die. He doesn't fucking die. We live in a place that's like, you'll never fucking die. You'll live for fucking ever. Like, whoa. Then you go down to
Yeah, but
Mexico,
that's
and they
ancient.
celebrate like the Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Right.
they're also super
Death is a part of
Catholic, so they
life.
don't let you choose to die. I went through that with Lorenz's dad. He was on his
Really?
deathbed, fucking like shaking, his arms like holding the bed.
See,
And
but
they were
here-
like, nope,
think
we
about
can't
this.
kill him because
Think about this.
it's
All right.
against our religion.
You
And I'm
can't
Yeah.
artificially kill him, but by artificially keeping someone alive, you're doing the same thing in essence, just on the from the other end.
Yeah.
You know, God's trying to take that person. They're trying, and we're
Right?
holding
Yeah,
on to
yeah,
him.
flip
It's
it
like a
around
tug of
on 'em.
war.
Flip it
You know,
around
just let them go. It's time for them to move on.
And then I guess their argument would be like, well, you know, he's not ready to go because he's still technically alive, even though he's
Because
not
we're
really
forcing
living.
him to be alive.
because
Yeah.
he's on 3 breathing tubes.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Like
which
the
is
machines
bullshit,
are keeping him
obviously.
God's plan was for
Yeah.
this person to be dead now.
He's so far
Yes,
removed
exactly.
from God.
Exactly.
He
yeah.
is part of what's the
You
shit
believe-
from Terminator? Skynet.
Skynet.
He's fucking now Skynet. And they're like, ah!
Yeah, like, it doesn't even fucking.
Dude, just taxidermy your grandparents. Do it like animatronics, like Disney
my
World.
God.
Are there
No,
laws?
It's like Chuck E. Cheese.
Are there
There's
laws against that?
Don't taxidermy your grandparents, Tuck. Come on, man.
Just like grandma just fries up a meatloaf and it's just
I feel like you could do
chops
that.
on you.
I feel like you can probably do that in like Arkansas.
You might be able to.
That's what I'm
man.
gonna check.
You
Dude,
might.
probably
yeah.
Arizona. I think you can do almost anything you want in Arizona.
Yeah.
Well, there's that whole museum. You remember that exhibit where they had like all the preserved humans and stuff?
You're on
We're
a
gonna
list
find
now,
that.
Tyler.
Yeah, probably. I've been on lists. No,
Yeah,
shout
you've been
out
on
to
multiple
our sponsor, ExpressVPN. You can bounce your IP address anywhere. It's fucking dope. Shout out to the Silk Road, the dark web, everything. It says, as far as I know, it is illegal to taxidermy or mount a human being in the U.S.
Oh, I was really hoping you'd just say Arkansas.
But that's just as far as they know.
Well,
Who
I
is
just
they?
said, well, yeah, exactly.
Who is they?
Hopes and Fears. It's somebody on a website called hopesandfears.com. whatever that
No, but
means.
what I was.
I mean, this
pull
door
up-
locks, right? We
There
can
was
put one right up here.
a human body exhibit where they had all these preserved bodies where they like broke it down in different stages. Like they would have like all the skin removed so you could see the musculature. You know, they had like the nervous system all pulled out of someone.
Well, that's in every doctor's office I've ever been in.
Yeah, but it was like real people. Yeah, that.
It was in
It's like-
Australia. It says real bodies exhibition causes controversy in Australia. That's kind of normal.
Well, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's just like, but it's like it's anatomy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't personally have any problem with it at all, but
No.
yeah,
Now, why
do
couldn't-
whatever? He's already dead.
I mean, that's like, what's
Why
the
can't
point?
you do that with your grandma?
Because it's not.
I know.
It's not in like the science world.
No, I know.
Your grandma probably.
Grandma, donate yourself to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's the difference between doing that and then being like an organ donor on your license?
That's a very good point there, Tyler.
You know?
Well, I mean, do you want to be like donating your organs to save lives, or do you want to be like the Peking duck hanging in the Chinese restaurant window? Just like
I'm
I don't really
vain
care.
enough. So, like, I want people looking at
I'm,
me.
I'm on Tyler's side
you're-
here. I don't really
pretty
care.
boy.
You know?
Like, well, that's there in Japan.
throw
they-
me in the trash.
Throw me in the trash.
Throw
Don't
me
take me
away.
away, boys. No, in Japan, like with the Yakuza, like the beautiful tattoos that the Yakuza get.
Well, yeah.
They'll skin them when they're dead and like tan their fucking skin, like make it leather, and then hang it up like a piece of art.
No.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Lampshade,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
some
dead
buffalo
already.
dude.
You
No,
know,
that's like
do
the
whatever.
Germans in World War II and shit.
Oh yeah, that's some fucking
Yeah, they
straight
did that
Nazi
thing.
shit.
God,
Yeah,
Mm.
that's gnarly, man.
Tyler supports Nazis.
I do not. I do not.
We'll fix it in post.
No, that's fine. I mean, they did a lot for fucking modern science.
They-
Right.
They really
Well-
did. I'm not condoning genocide of anybody,
The
but
Nazis
like
sent
I
us to
said.
the moon. I mean, shit.
yeah, they for
Werner
fucking
von Braun,
science and
you know?
modern technology. Do you have that suitcase?
Yeah, man. That's what I was thinking too, man.
Oh, I saw the itch.
Yeah.
We get in my car to come up here. Ron's
Ron's
like,
shaking,
can I
Getting
drink a beer in the
the
back?
tremens over there.
Nah, man.
Well, I mean, I understand the
Unfortunately.
probation. Action,
Yeah,
you
unfortunately not, man.
know. Yeah.
3 more months, baby.
3 more months,
The
and then
reason
it's all,
that
all
you
of a
can't
sudden,
smoke.
yeah.
Probation job.
You know, but some states, you know, with the. You
I
know,
like to butt fuck fine ladies. Will I choke hold a bitch? Well, maybe.
Yeah, some awesome states unlike fucking Nazi Maryland.
Nazi fucking Maryland. Let's
Dude,
talk
my dad
about
always
fucking
calls it.
Maryland.
My dad always calls it the People's Republic of Maryland.
The People's Republic of
Yeah,
Maryland?
I'm like,
Nice.
good lord. No wonder you moved out.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's.
He thinks it's that gnarly?
I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not. It's pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
It's pretty gnarly. I mean, you can't call your boss like a cunt face piece of shit asshole and probably still collect unemployment. That's just for my dad because he was like a boss.
Did he do that?
Well, that's
No, he was a boss.
Oh, and people did that.
And he was like, well, no, because he was like a cool boss, but he did fire some cats for like like getting drunk on the job and like passing out and him coming in like pissing himself on his desk. That'd be like
Wait,
if,
on the desk?
on the desk. That'd be like if
Sorry,
I
have
left
an
all
image
this.
in my head.
If I left all this set up and Tom came in here, like got wasted and passed out on all of this,
like just
and,
laid on the
piss?
table and just
yeah, and I came
Leahy
in.
style.
I came in to like pack up some merch and like everything's covered in piss. I'd be like, "You're fired, bud." I wouldn't fire
You
Tom.
can't
though.
fire
Tom.
Tom.
I would not fire.
You cannot fire
I
Tom.
wouldn't fire Tom
You're fired.
because like this isn't a legitimate business. You know what
Right,
I mean?
Also, if
well,
you fire Tom-
you know what I mean? Then you're gonna have to move the kid out on your own. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
like,
No, the kid
Yeah.
belongs to Mountain Wolf. Sorry, Tom.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying,
It's-
man.
it's on there.
Like,
it's mine. That drum head's mine, and so is the bass pedal. Try
Dude,
playing your
imagine
shit
being
without that, Tom.
Imagine being
I'm
that.
just
dude,
kidding. I fucking
taking
love
the
you.
drum heads off because you.
Yeah, right. This is the pettiest boy.
Oh my god.
of course, no disrespect to Tom.
Of course, no.
He
I
would never do that.
I was hoping that he would be here practicing tonight when we got here.
God,
And
that would have been sweet.
it would have been amazing. We
That
would
would've
have
been
made
cool,
him
man.
join in. That would have been phenomenal. My probation officer's like, "What's up with your podcast? Do you drive after that?"
Nope.
No.
Like, no,
it's in my basement.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the back walls.
I gotta say, this is a sweet room.
Yeah,
It's a dope room, man.
It's cool, man.
It's one of the biggest spots they have here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Some of them are like there's a whole fire escape route that shows the size of each room, and there's some ones that are pretty
Tiny.
thin, which we might end up getting if like Justin or Cam ever dips out and we can't like find two more boys. We lucked out with that. We lucked out with like a 2-piece band that like is down to share a space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that we can all split it and
Hit
afford
up
it.
Joe. 3rd grade friends show.
Martin?
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. No, he'd be here all the time.
No, that's true.
He'd be here like.
Just like hanging out.
Yeah, I like being able to like come in here.
Yeah,
so
but
this,
you might come in like Robin's in here, like just
which would be
drumming.
dope. I'd be like, oh, cool, we're gonna jam.
He won't
No,
go.
but
He has a kid at home,
we
so.
we do more podcast. Well, no, I wasn't gonna. It seems like recently we've been doing more podcasts out of here than jamming, but that's not true. We've been jamming more.
But I could also see. Yeah, I could see how you would think that. I mean,
Are you saying that you guys would move in and when Cam and Justin moves out?
shit, we got our own.
Yeah, man. How,
you
how
gotta-
much you say was a month, man? This is fucking
Yeah, but you
sweet.
got a basement.
Yeah, Ron,
You
you
got
wanna move in, bud?
you
Yeah,
got
dude, man.
you got a
Me
room in
and
your
Tucker
house.
are
Me and Tucker are already moving in.
Yeah, you can wake up and walk to your spot. I gotta drive like 40 minutes here.
I gotta go down 2 flights of stairs, bud.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
exactly,
fucked
yeah.
up, man.
Well, no, that's the next move, dude. Yeah, that sucks.
Plus,
dude.
I couldn't afford Ubers from
God,
Edgewater
yeah.
to Baltimore
yeah,
To
every
yeah.
here,
day.
that would be like.
That's not gonna
$40.
work.
Yeah, no, it's a well. So Tom Tom now lives in Arnold, but for a minute he was living in Glen Burnie, so he was kind of close. And Chris, Justin, and Cam all live in the city.
Okay.
So I'm the only one that's
Gibbs up in
commuting.
Baltimore
Yeah.
Yeah, he lives in
Oh, okay.
Fells. So I'm the only one commuting, and Tom's car is broken. So I'd pick him up in Arnold and then come up here. So he's just really winning right now.
Nice.
He bought the Modelo's, but and he shreds. Other than that, but
He does, man. He does.
Dude, were you there when we were jamming with Tom?
What, at
The
the
other-
house?
yeah.
No.
Did you come? No, you didn't come down. Dude, it was sweet.
Was he playing drums?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he just came down with some big old orange soda or something. And
Dude,
you
he
know,
drinks.
classic Tom.
He drinks. He's like, yo, have you ever had this? And it's like Crystal Island Breeze Fago.
Well, it
And
was
I'm
like,
no.
it was like, yeah, I couldn't recognize the brand. I was like, I've never seen this before. And I'm like,
no,
did you
I've
get
never
this
had
from
that.
the 90s or something? Like, what the fuck? And it's
You
like
got a
orange
time
cream
machine,
soda or
Tom?
something. Like,
Orange Cream Tom, dude.
Orange Cream Tom.
What a
Orange
dude.
Dream.
What a tremendous guy.
Tom Orange
Yeah,
Dream. Tom.
Traded his car in for a time machine, going back in time, get them.
Traded his
orange-
car in for an orange soda.
That's not a bad deal, man.
A time machine for a car isn't
With
a
that
bad
piece
deal.
of shit that he's been cruising around.
Yeah. Dude, he-
Semi-total Jetta, like.
Man, he came down when we had a gig at the pub. He was like late, and his ex-wife or whatever like came and like dropped his shit off and fucking like had the he was pulling shit out of the trunk, and like I guess she was in a hurry
Yeah.
to fucking get somewhere. And she just fucking he pulls like half his shit out and she just takes off.
Oh
like,
my
ain't,
God.
like, moving with the trunk still wide the fuck open.
Yeah.
And
That's
Tom's like,
not-
hey, what, but luckily you got to turn around. You're going down the Lone Town Road, so
You had to
she's-
turn back
she
around?
comes back around
Oh,
with the trunk
shit.
still open, and he's like out there waving, like, what are you, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Shit.
She's like,
That's-
oh, I didn't realize. Like what?
I did not realize
his
that,
amp
like,
is
it's like
still
you can
in the
hear
back.
me
Yeah,
pulling stuff out of the back.
it was ridiculous. It was like she was clearly in a hurry to go get some
Yeah.
better dick than Tom's.
Yeah, fuck off somewhere, I guess. Fuck yeah.
Oh my god.
Did she run over his toes or anything?
No,
Nothing catastrophic?
No,
No,
because
he
he was able to see her coming from a long ways. That's the only reason. I think that's the only way it stopped it.
That's tremendous.
But yeah, it was. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like she just
How long have you known Tom at this point?
not long, man.
Not
It
long,
was-
so you're like,
yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah. No, at that point it was only like
You're
a
like-
fucking couple months.
Yeah, you're like, this is some
You know?
eastbound and down shit.
Yeah.
That's
It's
awesome.
like, dude, where's she going?
That is awesome. I think it's a cigarette o'clock, boys.
Yeah, about time for a little
Right here.
break.
We don't stop. No break. We don't stop.
Oh,
We don't stop.
Oh, you mean it's time to
I'm
fire
saying
them up?
time to fire them up.
Ooh.
Shit.
There you go. There's one for you. Ashtray. You got an ashtray?
I threw them all away.
Here, we can share one.
Oh, look at you boys. You know, nothing makes me happier than cigs inside.
It's the best, dude, man.
It really
Yeah,
does.
but
It's
it's
so
so
much
greasy.
better.
It's gnarly. It is fucking narkill.
I don't think
Like, if you do it every once in a while, it's like, it's nice. But if you do it all the time,
well, yeah,
it gets
if you get that
fucking gross.
lingering stench.
all the
yeah.
walls turn yellow, and
The
Yeah.
first apartment I moved into, we smoked so many cigarettes in that piece of shit place.
you're talking about the
Uh,
not the Dennison?
no, that
Or
wasn't the
Satan
first.
Circus or
No,
whatever?
not Satan Circus. I smoked. So Satan Circus is when I discovered that showers and cigarettes.
You discovered showers?
Yeah. Duh.
About
I was
time,
21.
bud.
That's when you become a man. You have to start showering. Your balls
Got
finally
some
smell.
BO.
No. I discovered that like taking a shit and smoking a cigarette, and then
Oh,
like
dude.
continuing
Oh,
that
dude.
cigarette into the shower and just laying down
It's
Yeah.
the fourth S.
is so
Dude.
tremendous.
Shit, shower, shave. It's the fourth S.
That
It's
shit is
worth it.
so
I
fucking
fucking love
nice, dude.
That's fucking tremendous.
Dude I used to work with, he said he had the perfect setup. It was just in his parents' house, and he would go and take a shit every morning. And there was just a little window that he would just open up, and there would be like birds chirping outside while he's
Dude.
taking a dump, just smoking a cigarette.
That's
Wow.
what-
That sounds like fucking heaven.
That's
It
what I
is.
do at my
Nirvana
grandmother.
right
That's
there,
what I
buddy.
do at my
It is.
grandmother's house when I still lived there. She couldn't make it up the stairs, so it didn't.
The only thing I will say, we cannot like chain smoke in here, because then it starts leaking outside.
Yeah.
These
you
are
gotta
like
be-
fucking
It's
plywood.
It's plywood with a drop ceiling. I mean,
They gotta be soundproof in some way.
no.
Can't you
it's-
hear that band playing right now?
Yeah, but wasn't that the door? Because you can't hear him from in here. The door, I assume, isn't soundproof. But like,
I mean, it's not bad.
like, cause you can't. Obviously, you
It's
can't
not
hear him right
awful.
now once you come in here.
Yeah, it's not like, I mean, you can hear like the bass and like the walls vibrate. Obviously, like that's
yeah.
gonna happen no matter what.
You're right.
But
Right.
we could throw up like egg cartons probably, or like that shitty.
I mean, is it even worth your time, though?
No,
No.
fuck
Yeah.
no, because when we jam in here, we can't hear anybody else.
Yeah, you're so loud, and it's
Yeah.
contained.
Yeah, you just
Anything
can't
that
hear
even
anybody.
bleeds in, you're not going to notice.
Exactly.
Right. And you, whatever I get that AC unit, you know,
Once you're
drowns out
going-
what the bass of the fucking of 12 or whoever was jamming down there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just like, when we jam in the basement, there's that fan running and the dehumidifier, which is at least as loud as that.
Yeah.
And
Well, when we first started doing this, we weren't using directional microphones. We were using fucking like shitty Bluetooth mics that would pick everything up. So
Oh, God.
we'd have
No,
to
you
we'd,
just-
we'd have to turn it off. And,
Oh,
and it'd
oh,
be
my
like
God.
it'd be like 100 degrees in here, and Justin and I would just be so miserable. Where I'd be like, "Hey, you want to do a podcast tonight?" But it'd be like pulling teeth for
when
both
you,
of us.
Well, that's
to
when
do
you
it.
just got to
Yeah,
go
but
buy a couple blocks of ice and just put a fan next to
Not
it.
even fucking Tom, like goddamn playing drums
Oh
and
yeah.
that shit.
Well,
Fuck
so that's
that.
another. So we're recording this weekend. As a
Where are you recording?
at a Magpie Cage with Jay Robbins. He's done like Clutch Records. He's done the
Is
Sword.
that the place where you did that interview where I went with you?
No, that was Song Builders.
Songbill. Okay.
That's not around. Nate's not there. He's with Right Way. But
Nate, I haven't seen that guy in forever.
yeah. Shout out to Nate Lanzino. Who did our first 2 records.
He probably doesn't even remember me.
Yeah, he does. He's a smart boy. What was I saying? Oh, so Jay sent us like this whole list of like just COVID regulations, and it was like you got to wear your mask like in the control room, which I get. I mean, I get it.
Fair.
But there was another. It was like the only time you can take it off is if you're doing vocals. So luckily I had I sent that over to Tom and Chris, and Tom was like, dude, there's no way that I can drum for 7 hours 'cause,
Yeah.
like in a
No.
mask. And I was like, yo, I'm sure like this is just a protocol thing that he sent
Yeah.
in. Let me like call him. So I had a phone conversation with him today, and that was like, he was like, any other questions? I was like, yeah, what about this? He was like, oh, I'll leave that up to you. Like that's
Yeah,
your
so you're in a
guys'.
separate room.
Well, no, we're gonna be in a live room. We're gonna be separate from him. The three of us.
You're in a separate room.
And that's what I said. I said,
Yeah.
well, the 3 of us have been like they've been quarantining. like we've been together. Like I took a test 2 weeks ago and you took a test too. Like it's.
I was supposed to be on episode 6. Or
yeah, exactly. Corona cannot exist in Ron's body. Like,
it can't. It tried.
It tries really
It
fucking
tried.
hard.
I fucking fought that shit off.
He
real
tries
quick.
to let it in too. I mean,
Yeah, I do my best.
He's a very accommodating boy.
Yeah.
He's just
he's like spit. Have you seen that video of that dude that's like cough in my face?
No.
Oh, you
I
haven't seen that?
No.
Oh,
Not that aggressive.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
it was.
dude, there was so much of that shit. Well, like the other end of that.
Yeah.
When this first started, it was like people getting butthurt about being asked to wear a
Reopen
mask,
protests,
and they would
all
like
that
run up to people and like the whole Karen thing. They'd be in a grocery store and be like, just
Yeah.
coughing at everyone.
And I'm
it's
like,
what are you doing? Like,
that's just being an asshole.
Yeah,
Pre-pandemic, like don't fucking touch me, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, right, yeah.
Now I will say one thing. So working in restaurants as a server, I'm running around all the time, and in the mask, you do you get short of breath pretty fast.
oh yeah.
So
yeah, you definitely do. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
like
it,
I
hate
appreciate
it.
like the argument that they would be like, well, surgeons wear masks for hours. I'm like, yeah, but they're not walking a half marathon.
They're also getting
during-
paid
I
$375,000.
don't care about how much they're getting paid. I'm just saying they're not also like running around constantly.
No.
Like
Yeah, not
breathe,
to mention
like-
when it's fucking 100 degrees out during the summer and trying to work on
Yeah.
a boat.
Do you have to wear one on the boat?
No.
No, because you're outside and.
Yeah,
I'm
A
sure
boat's
y'all
far
have some
enough
sort of
apart.
like if you're coming on the boat, you don't need masks.
no,
Like,
no,
if
it's
you trust
that's a
us, we trust
DNR.
you
That's a
kinda thing.
DNR regulation. Like you don't have to wear one while you're on
Yeah.
a boat. Yeah, and there's some guy across the creek from us that's trying to get us shut down because he sees people come in on these boats like not wearing masks.
Like a nosy neighbor. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, exactly.
that
And he's
shit.
been taking pictures of us and shit, and
It's
like
fucking snitch.
yeah, and we had DNR come down the other day. Like we thought it was for that reason, but it was actually for me because
The crabs.
yeah, for crabs. And
Oh, dude, that was a
That
great
was so
one.
funny.
Wait, was it the same dude? The
yeah,
dude that was,
yeah.
That was, you sent me the picture. Yeah.
Yep, same guy. He comes down and like Griff goes, the owner goes over to him. He's like talking to him. Like he's like, well, is this for He's like, no, I just need to see Ronnie. And
You're on a first name basis with this.
yeah,
DNR.
no, I am.
Okay,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
He's
I was
like
just
Water
doing a
Ricky now,
charter yesterday, and I went through Ego Alley downtown, and he was sitting down there. He was tied up downtown, and I was like, pulled through. I got these people on the boat, and it's like these fucking nerdy couple. He's like, hey, man, what's going on? It's like, he couldn't see them because they were like sitting down in the back. And I was like, just taking these people down, like cruising and shit. He's like, okay, all right. Well, I ain't gonna give you a hard time this time, because he gave me a fucking ticket for some bullshit last week that I've never even heard anybody getting ticketed
What
for.
happened with that?
This is the
Well, like-
DNR number bit.
Yeah, you have to have a DNR fucking ID number on each float that you have on each one of your crab traps, which is.
Do you have to pay for each one of those?
I had to pay a fine for not having them.
But to get them, do you have to pay?
Is there like a registry fee or something like that?
No, there's not. Which is, and we
First
had.
off, why do you need a number?
Yeah, exactly. That's the main
It's
question.
bullshit. Yeah, and if you go up and down the river on a weekend,
It's your pot. Fuck
you'll
it.
see everybody that is setting those little collapsible traps doesn't have them on it, but he was just he wanted to fuck with me.
He was looking out. He was out for making money for the state.
Well, yeah.
No, he was out for fucking with me because I had been fucking with him. And
He finally
Yeah.
got. He exacted his revenge.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Jesus.
this is fucking bullshit.
Was this guy involved in the Coast Guard bit?
Yes.
God,
Yes.
what a travesty that was.
That was a travesty. Yeah.
How'd that start again?
It was we had to go pick up one of our boats that we had delivered from the West River, and
Wait a minute. Maybe don't talk about this one. Maybe if for legal reasons, edit this part out.
nah, it's fine.
Okay.
If it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter.
It's fine.
All right. You're not snitching on yourself.
Yeah, no,
No, okay,
nah.
then,
I mean,
yeah,
we
yeah.
didn't end up.
I don't want to set you up.
There was, of course, we were doing nothing illegal, and of course, we weren't drunk.
Of course. Of course.
And yeah, so we had to go pick up a boat from the West River, and we of course didn't stop at Stan Joe's for hours because there was a rainstorm. That didn't happen, and And I dropped off one of our other guys onto this boat, and we ended up losing him. Couldn't find him. Called the Coast Guard, and there were helicopters and everything out looking for him while we were totally sober. And they couldn't find him. We couldn't find him. And eventually we found him because he had tied the boat up at a different dock that we did not expect him to tie the boat up at, because he was, in the perfect state of mind and totally sober.
Totally sober.
And we had a run-in with the police then, the DNR and
But he didn't
police.
drown or anything.
No, everything was fine.
Okay. He was just asleep on his
everything
boat
was
the whole
fine. He was
fucking
asleep on one of our other
He
boats.
was just passed out.
Yeah,
He's
tied
taking
the
a
boat
nap.
up at a different spot and was passed out on a different boat.
Wow.
It was just unexpected. Like, we just didn't see that coming. So,
Why would you?
why would you? Exactly.
You give a boy a boat, you expect him to fucking just be a boy with a boat.
Yeah, exactly.
Take
And
care
he
of
was.
the
And he
shit.
was. He's
Yeah.
a responsible guy and
We're all
always sober.
pirates around here.
And always stone cold sober.
Dude, you should have come out on Soulshine the other night.
Oh,
I
man.
wanted to,
That
man.
shit, yeah.
I wanted to, but
I know.
But I saw like some videos you posted, like lightning just striking around.
Oh, dude, it was
everywhere.
sweet. Like the whole time,
Yeah.
we're the only people on the fucking river.
I bet. There's a
Yeah,
storm.
it was great, man.
It was like remnants of Hurricane Laura or whatever
Yeah,
that
it
was
pretty sweet.
flowing
But the
up.
water was like, it wasn't like choppy or anything. It was
there
like,
any
it
rain?
was smooth.
Or was
Yeah,
it
there
just
was. It was
a
spitting.
little bit. Just
Okay.
a little bit.
It was,
little bit.
yeah, but it was like smooth the whole fucking way, pretty much.
Yeah.
Except for one idiot that almost T-boned us.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boating at night gets a little dicey.
It was still
Nah,
light enough that
Not when you're Captain Ron,
Yeah,
but like
but
I've
you
been
have-
out
you
at night and I've been
you
like,
have running
"Oh."
light. You have running lights. Everyone should be able to see. This guy, I don't know what he was
Some
doing.
people don't put them
He-
on.
but he was no more than 15 feet away from fucking bow.
He's
Yeah.
just being a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not obeying the rules of the road.
That's what you got.
Red
do,
right
man.
return, man. I got my
Yeah.
boater's license. Dog. I ain't never
he
run
just got
aground.
his earlier on the internet.
Apparently, yeah. Apparently, he had. Yeah. Well, the thing is with that is like, there's the grandfathered in clause with that. You can be if you're. I can't remember the exact year, but it's like if you're born at some point in the 70s, you don't have to even get a boater's license. You're just grandfathered into being able to know how to drive a boat.
Is that
without-
state by state? Like in Maryland, they're
in
like,
Maryland,
"Oh, you're fine."
I know that for
Just
sure.
comes
I don't know about
automatic to
any
you.
other states, but in Maryland, if you are of a certain age, all of a sudden you just automatically know how to drive a boat, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
I don't know. It seems pretty sound logic to me.
Sound
makes
logic.
sense to me.
Yeah, you're
Maryland's
old.
old.
You're old. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, how
we just
the
do that
fuck
with
does
everything?
That
It's
make
like-
any sense?
Do you think they ever had that with like driver's licenses?
That comes back to the aptitude test.
Well, yeah.
Do you
Well,
get
they-
are memes news? Yes or no?
Right, man. Exactly.
Nadoy,
It's like-
of course.
Yeah, duh.
It's such. It was. I mean, and we just had someone die on the river the other day.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't hear
there's
about that.
a big boat ran over a small boat that they just didn't see in front of them. Because when you get up on a big boat and like you're cruising like that big fucking stupid Sea Ray or something stupid like that,
yeah.
you can't see over the bow and there's
Way
a
up on
little John
plane,
boat.
dude.
But that's on
Yeah.
them. I mean, big boat has right away, bud.
So is that
No,
is
that's
that
not the case.
is that
That's not how
vehicular
works.
manslaughter?
Well, at least like
They're it's just all coming out.
at least
now,
from like
so.
a personal safety standpoint, like stay out of the way of like don't turn in front of a truck.
He
It
was
can't
probably
stop.
he was probably running a trot line or something like that,
Okay,
which would
yeah.
give him the right of way. So he was actively fishing, which would give him the right of way, even though he was a
Yeah.
smaller boat. And so
See, I don't know maritime.
and
law
so
like
that, yeah, exactly. So that big boat like is just plowing along, not looking at jack shit. And he ran right over him, killed somebody.
God.
There was two people on the boat. One of them got rescued, and then one of them sank to the bottom, fucking just dead from the impact.
That dude was just trying to catch some trout, some fucking.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
no
yeah,
trout.
crabs.
yeah,
some
yeah.
crabs or some rockfish, dude. That sucks.
God,
It
what
does
is-
suck, man.
I mean, that's got to be such a tough bit. It's like
We-
you're literally just going out to have like a nice relaxing day, catching
Yeah.
some fish, and you get fucking killed.
Yep.
God.
And we
You
as
wake
the
up
boat-
and
as
you're
the
on
boat rental
fire.
place on the river.
You never
we,
know
we
when it's
heard
gonna be the
about
day,
all-
bud.
We heard about this incident, and we were like, "Holy shit!" Like, you know, we rent to people that are a little bit sketchy to rent to. Like you get them on the boat, and they're like, "Where's the fucking gas pedal?" Like looking down at
So do like civilians?
straight civilians.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't
They-
need a license to rent a boat.
You do, and we can.
Okay.
But the loophole is that we can issue a temporary license for the day if you read over this small handbook.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's that. Yeah. So when there's an issue like that on the river, we're like, holy fuck! Like, let's go out and make sure that all of our boats are accounted for.
Well, I bet y'all's insurance. You got some like really good insurance policy.
Yeah, you have
to.
You got to. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So we ran out there and we fucking were looking for him and all, and I just go up to the closest DNR. There's like 8-10 boats out there, searching for this guy. They all have like the downscan sonar, like looking the bottom. You can see it's so advanced these days. You can like see the bottom
and shit, right?
Yeah, you can see the
Infrared.
bottom and look for this guy just without actually being down there. So we go out there and I go out and find the closest boat that's like searching for him, and I'm like, hey man, we're just from the rental place down the river, like making sure all of our boats are accounted for, and like what boats were in this incident. And he's like, it was a real small John boat and a like 30-something foot boat. I was like, okay, all right. I think that keeps us straight. And he's like, yeah, well, get the fuck out of here because you're right in the middle of our search area.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was like, sorry, man.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Okay. God
But so the
bless.
next day, we were running through there. They were still looking for him. Next day, they couldn't find him, and
I mean, a lot of times it takes a while to find something that falls in the bay. Like
Right.
I used to work with this guy, and I want to say like maybe in February or something, or maybe last winter.
This year?
This guy I used to work at another restaurant with. He just disappeared. No one knew where he was, and everyone has their own conspiracy theories. I can't even remember all of them, but like my guess is he was drunk and fell off the Eastport Bridge and like sank, and then just came back. They found him on the eastern shore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Weird.
That's
And
a long
people were
way
like,
to
"That's a long way."
float.
I'm like, "Yeah, but the currents can carry over there."
yeah,
Like,
no,
sure.
because they
your body
sink down.
sinks once it starts to float. It can go anywhere.
Yeah, it takes a long time for them to actually like float back up because they have to like
Took like a month.
they start like decomposing to get the air in.
Well, that's why, like, if you're in the mob, you need to, like, fucking puncture the lungs
Yeah.
to sink a body.
Right.
Teaching people how to kill people.
Right.
No, but that had two.
Welcome to Heavy Riffs Podcast.
Yeah. No, but two. I'm not gonna say buddies, but like acquaintances of mine passed away probably 2 or 3 years ago out on the bay. They took like a little John boat.
Oh, was it? I
It was
remember
Severn?
reading about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
in
the
the
Severn
Severn-
River.
yeah,
and
duck
it was
hunting
during
in the winter?
Yeah, and it was during a
Yep,
storm. They
yep.
went out during a fucking storm, like a real storm, man.
Yep.
Have you ever been caught in a derecho or like a fucking
Like a squall, dude, it's not.
Yeah,
Yup.
dude, it happened to my pops. So he was driving the water taxi at night, taking a bunch of drunk people back to I don't know, somewhere across from Ego Alley.
Somewhere on Spot Creek.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's in a creek. It's
Yeah.
not that big of a deal.
I know,
Like,
but he got
yeah.
hit by a derecho, and like he was like, yeah, my knuckles turned fucking white. Like he was like, everyone get your fucking life preservers on. Like I mean, water like came up over the fucking, and he had like a full boat. He probably had like I don't know how many people they can fit on those taxis, like 20 people.
Right. Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like little kids, and they're like, Mr.
It's like-
Pat,
it's like-
are we
just
gonna
like a-
die? And he's
like
like,
an
on
island.
my watch, fucking like Gordon's fisherman up in that bitch.
Well, it's like a band like of a hurricane just washing through real quick. It's like
Yeah.
super high winds, lots of rain. Like
I remember being a kid sailing up the Severn River, which you can see land. Like it's not terrifying by any means.
Yep.
But like when you're a
Oh.
kid and the fucking and like some crazy just squall comes out of nowhere and you got full fucking spinnaker up, all the sails, everything's ripping, and the fucking boom
you just
cracks
healing.
across
Ooh, yeah.
and breaks. And like the boat's heeling like a motherfucker. You're like, all right, I gotta go downstairs. My dad was like, no, you're definitely going downstairs. Like, get in the hall. And I was like, but I want to be a real boy.
Wow. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I've been
that,
through
happened,
shit.
that happened
It's
essentially to
gnarly.
me, except it was at like 10 p.m. at night, so it's dark outside. You can't see land. You can't see anything.
Yeah,
And it's like
At
coming
night,
down,
fuck.
and we're same thing, just like healing like crazy. I mean, has me,
on a sailboat.
yes, on a sailboat, and he has me throw up all the coverings for the cockpit, and I'm just sitting there like almost falling over the rail.
He's like, get to work,
Every
boy.
five-
This is some real man
Yeah,
shit.
it's like, it's like there's rain getting in my Jack and Coke.
I just want a Dr. Pepper. He's like, no, here's a cigarette and some
Yeah.
Jimmy Bean.
Can't light a cigarette in these high winds, boy. Get the fucking covers on the cockpit.
Yeah, man.
No.
I've fucking.
Yeah, I've seen it come up more.
I mean, I've been offshore, like fucking offshore fishing, like out on the
Oh, in the
Hambone
ocean.
in
Yeah,
Ocean
yeah.
City, and some fucking fog rolls in, and you can't see 3 feet in front of your
Yeah.
face. So you go from just like not seeing land's one thing.
You
Just
can't
seeing
even-
nothing but the fucking Atlantic is like, whoa, this is kind of intense. But then when it's just fog and you've got like 10-foot fucking seas coming at you,
Yeah,
you're like, even 5-foot seas, you're like, okay,
yeah.
this is like my time.
Dude, sometimes
Like,
farting
this,
around in
like,
just like the
yeah.
inlets that go between the bay and the ocean, those get choppy as
love it.
fuck.
And that-
Even on nice days, you're just sitting there like,
Yeah, even if
Bobbing
if
up and
there's no
down.
wind, if the tide's right, yeah. it
There's a
just stands
lot
up.
of people that live in landlocked areas that have never experienced this shit.
Yeah.
dude.
yeah.
It gets intense, man.
No, it's got yeah.
I'm sure.
I mean,
Well,
What's the scariest time you've ever been on a boat?
there's been a lot of,
Damn.
of
Well, if you're doing
serious incidents like
really
that I've
random one, that doesn't have to be the worst.
man. Probably the worst that I've. Man, it's tough to say. Like even when I start talking about these, man, it's like
Really?
yeah.
Have you ever seen anyone get electrocuted?
I've never seen anybody get electrocuted. but
I've seen the safety
I've-
videos, like the real safety videos they
but-
show you.
but multiple times I've seen full-grown men's eyes just scared for their lives
Terrified. It's
with me at the
terrifying.
helm. So I got everybody's life in
In your
my
hand, yeah.
hands. So
I
it's
trust
not
you,
it's
Ronnie.
not I hate like I mean but
You don't have to. No, you
no
don't
I mean no, it's fine. Like I give the one time. So one of these times like we were fishing a tournament and it was like December, so obviously the water is cold as fuck.
Conditions are gnarly.
Conditions are gnarly, but conditions are great for the first part of this trip, and they were forecasting for this squall to come up, and we had gone out of like Breezy Point. It's up in like near Chesapeake Beach, and we had gone down to like near Solomon's, but we knew this storm. There was a potential for this storm to come, this squall, and so we were fishing close to this area that we knew we could duck into if it really got bad, and the fishing was good, and we stayed on them, flat calm, sheet of glass all
Like
the way
fucking
across.
Birds diving in the water, fish
just-
breaking and shit.
Just beautiful, like straight, yeah. Just the bay is just
the
flat,
best.
slick, calm, man. And we're just fucking them up, just banging them. And then all of a sudden, like to the north, we see this like, there's a little bit of shit moving in, and like, but we're not paying as much attention because we're just fucking pounding them.
Yeah.
And but then all of a sudden we look up and like a few hundred yards away we can see this line. It just turned from like straight sheet of glass, like clear flat bay, to like where you could see the wind line coming in.
Oh yeah.
And it fucking, when it hit, it went from 0 to fucking 45 miles an hour of wind.
And on the water,
God.
that's like 100 miles per hour. Like,
Dude,
yeah.
and it went up,
Nothing bringing
and it
it
went
up.
up to
40
60.
knots?
And it went up to 60.
Fuck.
And so we're fucking, and we only had to make it a mile and a half back to where we were in safe water.
That mile and a half.
And that mile and a half took an hour and a half.
Yeah, because on the water you're going what, 25 miles per hour?
No, we weren't able to fucking.
Not even that, and not in a storm.
Whatever
no.
whatever the math works out to, it was
Yeah.
a mile and a half, took an hour and a half. It was
Doing a mile an hour.
Yeah, you're
literally
doing a
1 mile.
an hour.
I
Yeah.
We
mean,
weren't even up on
exactly.
plane. Nothing.
giant fucking, just going up and not knowing if we were going to come down the next one. And we were in a 20-foot boat, and during that same squall, they had their 37-foot whaler and busted the whole fucking hull open, and 2 people died.
Were they going too fast?
Or
or was the storm just that gnarly?
The storm was just that fucking gnarly,
Fuck,
man.
dude! And you guys are like
They
escaping with your fucking like
Yeah.
dick in your hands, like
yeah,
yo, people.
and
oh my
they
God.
tried to run back through that shit, and they busted the hull open, sunk the boat, it rolled. It didn't fully sink to the bottom, but it capsized.
Fucking
And they had 3
scariest
of the
thing ever.
guys. I think there's 3 people on board, or 4, something like that, and they were all holding on to what was left of the hull, and the Coast Guard couldn't even get out to them. It was so fucking rough.
If the military can't make it out,
Yeah,
like,
and
Jesus.
so the guys that survived said that they watched their friends get so cold that they couldn't hold on anymore and just drift away.
Good God.
yeah, that's
That
intense.
is
Yeah, and we were in there in my fucking, you know that boat, Tuck. That 20-foot skiff that's sitting right there in front of Boat Rentals.
Yeah, you were in that one?
In that boat.
Oh
Good
my
Lord.
God.
Oh, my God.
Yep, and made it, barely fucking made it, but we made it. But I mean, that shit, and that's not the only, I mean, it's been multiple times that I've had that type of, and it's not, you know, it always seems to happen, like, in the winter. Like, when
the
if
winter's
something
gnarly,
happens,
man.
Yeah, when if something
The East
happens,
Coast is so much more dangerous. You fall in the water during the winter.
Yeah,
like,
you're
fucked.
done.
You're fucked,
You're done.
man. Yeah, that's what happened to those boys fucking hunting and shit.
Exactly. Yeah. There's nobody. The fucking pussies at DNR. They aren't out there in the winter
No, of course
monitoring
not.
like
with
right
like
now.
the real equipment that you can handle that shit
Yeah.
with. Yeah.
Those fucking goddamn pussies are sitting there in their offices waiting for a call instead of like this time of year they're out there checking life jackets and like, you know, they're the Department of Natural Resources when really they don't do shit
Life
for our
jackets
actual
aren't natural.
Yeah,
Question.
they're not life jackets aren't a natural resource.
Well, question for it. If we had enough money to make our own like private DNR, like a Blackwater like security type thing, and we like you're like you let all the hunters and fishers that like to go out in the winter know, like you hand out, you're like, hey, it's
just like a
fucking
private rescue. It's like
$75 an hour. We'll come out and just patrol the waters for like all like you could you do that, something like that?
Well,
or is that protected by the fucking government?
You know,
But
I don't
fucking
know.
why would it be? Because Blackwater's
No, because
not.
because people like that don't want you out there patrolling. They when they
Well,
see
no,
when
no.
they
Well,
see
they're not gonna be
DNR.
No, they
doing it
know that
anyway.
it's us. We're like, yo, you can do whatever you fucking
It's
want.
like a
We're just here
private-
for your
well,
safety.
It's just like a privatized
No,
rescue,
yeah, no,
search and rescue kind of thing.
I'm saying if like Tuck and I,
Nah.
no, they're just out there on their own
Yeah,
fucking
no, they
risk.
don't.
Like
They don't
swim
want
at your
any
own
help,
risk.
man.
Oh.
That's how those type of people roll. And like me, like
Gotcha.
I don't fucking want somebody out there to try to like monitor what I'm doing.
But
or
not like
anything that.
but like
I'm
more
not,
as like not
We're not
like
talking
not
about
to like
monitoring
get
you.
you, but like as like a
We're s-
safety line.
We're sitting out there.
like a private search and rescue thing.
Well, that's what the.
It's
that's
like
what,
like you'd pay in like an
there's
insurance.
already a giant
kinda.
corporation that has that under lock. It's
I'm sure.
Towboat US.
There you go.
know? I mean, like.
Already exists.
Oh, they're already out there. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking. I don't
No,
fucking know.
but they do suck. So if you were like more, but nobody. Yeah, it's just not.
If I if all my Bitcoin and all my Ethereum and all
it
my
takes off.
fucking chain link makes me a fucking 100 millionaire over and above
$5.
and I'm becoming the Bruce Wayne of fucking water rescue, and I'm gonna do a really good job at it. Like that wouldn't be tight.
I mean, it would be tight, but nobody's gonna pay
You're
into it.
like water Batman.
No, at that point I'll do it for free because I'm a 100 billionaire.
Oh,
Like
right,
if I'm fucking Elon
Right.
Musk,
It's just like
Yeah,
you're just
no, that
bored
would
and in
work.
your spare time. You
I've got like
rescue
submarines that I'm just waiting
mariners.
for the boys.
No, yeah, but yeah,
That's
the
kind
thing
of sweet.
And it's kind of sweet.
there's like the Towboat US. I've had to call them twice in my life, and they both times have been extra charge for wintertime, foul conditions, blah blah,
get it.
blah blah blah. They charge you so much extra.
I know,
they
man.
slap you fucking with their cock,
Capitalism,
with their
baby.
big government cock, and they just fucking hit you with it.
Yeah.
And it's I actually both times that we called him, it was the same guy, and the second time he was like, "Holy shit, it's you fucking idiots again."
Oh, fuck him.
Yeah, well, no, but he was like
First
cool.
name
He was
basis.
being cool about it. No, he was just like I can't believe it's you guys again out here in the middle of the fucking winter. Like last time, the story, like from getting you guys back last time, I've told that story a fucking 1,000 times, and I won't go into both of those stories because it'll take fucking 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But
You always got next episode.
yeah, right, yeah. But they're good ones. But I mean, it'll just take forever. But they are good, yeah. The guy was like, "Holy shit! I found you guys out fucking floating around here down in Maryland, Virginia line in the middle of the bay in January
what's
again."
up,
like,
bud?
fuck.
I'm gonna hop out and hit the head here.
Dude, I got to piss too.
Yeah, take a piss
Yeah.
break.
So, well,
Piss break.
we can take a piss break, or we've done about like an hour and 10 minutes. We can call it and jam.
Yeah.
Or unless you still got, we can
What
keep
time is it?
talking. So 9:30.
Yeah, I mean that seems pretty good.
It's a
Let's-
solid. We got some good stories. We talked
Yeah,
about some.
we can-
Within the
we
first
can-
25 minutes, we were talking about like
Conspiracy
theories and
yeah.
aptitude tests for the internet, and
Yeah,
then fucking.
that's funny. The
I think
aptitude test for the internet bit, that's
Well,
pretty funny.
I think ending on like I'm gonna clip that out and be like, Capt Ron tells like stories from the
Dude, just have
fucking
your
water.
own, like, little bits.
Yeah, heavy
just-
riffs, heavy clips.
Heavy clips. There you go, bud.
Heavy clips.
did it.
Clips,
dude.
man.
My boys, Tucker, Capt Ron. This is
Yep.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's been great, man.
Heavy Riffs Podcast, episode 10, baby. First
Dude.
guests, first 2 guests.
Thank you, Kenny Powers, for
Shout out
providing these beautiful
to
jerseys.
the Myrtle
Yeah.
Beach Mermen.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get you a Charo's one, buddy.
Yeah.
Dude, I fuck with the Charos, dude.
Yeah,
Charos.
the fucking
White,
Charos.
what was his name?
I
Yeah,
love
La
Flama
Flama
Blanca.
Blanca.
Flama Blanca.
Yeah,
Yes.
bud.
La,
we'll get
La
you one.
Hombre
Blanca.
Negro.
We'll bring it in. We'll bring it in. We'll bring it in next time you have us on.
Fuck yeah. Code Heavy Riffs at mountainwolf.bandcamp.com for 15% off. Stay heavy.
South River Boat Rentals.
South River Boat Rentals.
Come out to Annapolis for a crazy time on the water. We'll get
That's
fucked
right.
up, boys. All right.
Later.